Okay, so let us start with the chapter, that is the subject, that is Introduction to Integrated Marketing Communication. So let us start. So when we talk about marketing, so basically what is the marketing? That is the first question, right? So marketing is nothing but what is integrated marketing? So before going to integrated marketing, first we need to understand what is a marketing. Marketing is nothing but it's a functional, it's a set of processes which creates a very what we say a medium for communication, and whatever content information we are having about any of the product, so we are trying to deliver the values to the customer, and for managing the customer relationship, so that that relationship will be beneficial for the organization. The best example I would can give you about, suppose if I have a product, that is your Apple mobile phone, right? So if I want to uh, make very much publicizing about that product, so first important thing that I should have an effective marketing, right? The most important thing is how you do the marketing of that particular product. So when we talk about marketing, the very first important thing is your content marketing. So whatever device you're publicizing or whatever device you're going to launch in the market, that device information has to be reached to the audience, to the customer, to the target, or what we say the target area of the customers. So for that purpose, you need a marketing. So when we talk about marketing, we have some set of process, right? So this helps. Uh, it's basically integrated marketing communication. Basically, its aim is to create a positive and a memorable customer experience that builds the trust, the loyalty between the client and the seller or the customers, right? So this was about the marketing. Next, we are going to talk about what are the common objectives. Okay. So when we talk about common objectives, the first thing is your value in the sense which I told you that we have to do effective content marketing. Next is your relationship marketing. Obviously, if you want to um, if you want to target any market or any targeted audience, the first important thing is that you have to create a relationship with the customer. Then we have customer relationship management, that is CRM, which is very much important. Now we are going to talk about what are the common ICM, that is your integrated marketing communication objectives. The very first objective is to develop a brand awareness. Okay, so there are many brands. The best example I can give you about Apple, about Mac, right? So it's a brand. So I need to create the awareness about that particular brand. That is the first most important objective. Second is to create customer or business demand for a product category. So I need to make a product in such a way that everyone should be the demand for my product should be increased. That is the ultimatum aim. That means I need to create such an awareness about my product that every customer should have an interest or demand for that particular product. That is the second objective. Third is to change or to influence the customer beliefs or attitude, right? So you need to change. See, whenever there is a product, some people have a positive view, some people have a negative view. Suppose if some customer are having negative view, I need to change that view, and it has to be influenced in such a way that they should, with that particular information, the attitude and the belief of about that particular product has to be changed. Next is to enhance purchase action. Okay, so when we talk about purchase action, there are many different types of behavior about the customer. We have a subject called as customer behavior, where we talked about how the purchase behavior, how the purchase, or what we say, the lifestyle defines a one's person purchase behavior, right? That is a part. Next is to encourage repeat purchases. So I need to build such a loyalty between the customer, so that whenever there is any kind of requirement, the customer should come to me only to purchase that particular product. So the most important thing is that you need to create or encourage repeatedly purchasing. Next is to build customer traffic to physical store or website or other marketing channels. So these were the objectives of ICM. Next, we will be talking more about it. If we talk about the components, so basically, what are the components of ICM? So the first important thing is advertising. That is the first thing. Second is your personal selling. Third is your sales promotions. Okay. Then we have is the direct marketing, and last is your public relation, that is PR. So these are the five major components of the ICM. The first is your advertising, second is personal selling, sales promotions, direct marketing, and public relations. Next, we will be talking about what are the different steps, what are the different procedures we have in ICM. The very first step is to know your audience from behavioral data. Okay. So in that, what we're going to do is we never start without a proper market research. Obviously, we need to do a proper market research. Then only we can understand the behavioral about any customer, any target market, or any target area. Okay. Then ensure that your audience is defined correctly. Okay. First, you will do the research. Then you define your audience correctly. Next, you should always know what kind of audience you want to target. That is the most important thing. What kind of people you're looking, what kind of a customer you're going to target, and what you are marketing. Okay. Next, behavioral data will give us an information about the prospect, do what the preferences related to what we are offering. Okay. What we are offering and what are the expectations and what are the requirements of the audience should be matched. That is the most important thing. Next, second step is to develop a situational or a contextual analysis. Okay. So when we talk about this, you might be heard the word called as SWOT analysis. Okay. So in every organization, we do some SWOT analysis. That analysis helps us to find out our weakness. We are able to find out the weaknesses and the strength. So generally, SWOT analysis give you the information into the external and internal factors that can affect your brand. After analyzing the internal and external environment, it will provide you some extra information while designing your marketing policy. Okay, that was the second step. The third step is determine your marketing objectives. Now, basically, what is your goal and what are your marketing objectives? The very first thing is that before starting with your marketing efforts, it is very necessary to define your objective, defining your goal for your marketing campaigning, right? Campaigns, right? So it involves that you wish to achieve through your marketing efforts and what your brand wants to communicate to your target audience. That is the part. That was the part. Next, it also helps us to understand the set of goals which we are looking. The very first is for developing the awareness about your brand in the market. Second is to improve your product image or the brand image. Sorry. Next, improve the sales of your product. Next is reinforce your customer decision to go with the brand. So that is the third thing. The fourth step is to establish the budget. Now, this is the most important thing. In budgeting, what we're going to do is we are going to necessarily know your available resources before starting out with designing any plans or any procedure. Okay, that is the part. And in this, we're also going to talk about the type of budget your company will allocate towards your marketing campaign. Can be a percentage or the sale or the percentage of the profit. So the budget also depend upon the size of organization and what are the efforts. The second last step is for designing your what we say the policies and how tactfully you're able to handle if something goes wrong. So that is a step number 5, where you need to draw out the algorithm or the steps or the flow control of your marketing with which is aligned with your objective. Okay, and it will help to define in detail how marketing efforts would unfold to achieve your objectives. So this method should be described, right, in terms of budgeting. Next, the last step is evaluation and measurement. Obviously, we need to do evaluation. The final step always is evaluation and measurement, where um, we are going to talk about how we can make use of various metrics such as traffic to control your website, change in sales number, social media metrics such as increase in encouragement of your social media pages. Facebook is the best example of doing online campaigning. If you want to make any kind of content marketing, if you want to do any kind of advertisement, Facebook is the best way. It's a very famous one. It's a very demanding one when we want to do some campaigning in terms of our product. So these were the steps. So we talked few steps. We talked about various objectives. We talked about various component, and we also talked about what is type of uh, marketing we normally do. So nowadays, Insta is one of the best example where they do some, advertisement. But in advertisement, what I believe is the content marketing plays a very important role. Content marketing means what information you're providing about that product, that has to be very much specific. And whatever information you're providing, it should be meet with that particular product. If I'm saying my product is this, if I say मेरे mobile phone में ये सब features है, and when the customer buys and he comes to know information तो कुछ और दिया था कुछ और ही है, it should not be like that, right? So word of mouth publicity is very much, it spread like anything. So we have to think about the word of mouth publicity also. In traditional, when we talk about traditional marketing, we didn't had any social media platform, right? So that time we used to have a mouth publicity, right? Till now, Raymond is a brand. Till now. Now, next, we are going to talk about the traditional approach to marketing communication. The very first is, what is ICM? That is your integrated marketing communication. It is nothing but it's to create or to build a positive or a memorable customer experience that helps in building the trust, loyalty. Okay. Now, the very first, we are going to talk about point of purchase. Now, what is point of purchase? It is nothing but it's a term used by the marketers. Okay. It is a term which is used by the marketers and retailers when planning the placement of customer product. So when we are planning to launch, and what is when that particular product is going to be taken place in real time of anything, that is your point of purchase. So it is an area in which the marketers and retailers plan promotional activities. How to promote, what are the different way we can attract the customer, how we can do awareness about our product, how can we create n number of awareness so that the every customer should able to understand what product we are going to launch. That is your promotional activities surrounded by the customer product. That is your point of purchase. Next is publicity. So when we talk about publicity, it refers to gaining the public visibility or awareness for a product or a service. So any kind of service or any kind of product you're going to launch in the market, you need to have a very visibility, a clear idea, a clear awareness about your product has to be published on your company via the media or other communication channels. You can take an example of social media. You can take an example of, or you can put in the Google domain, you can put in the Insta, you can put on the Facebook, you can put as a WhatsApp status also as well. WhatsApp status is one way of doing, advertisement. So there are different way of publicizing your product. Next is sales promotion, right? So when we talk about sales promotion, it is a marketing activity. Obviously, sales promotion it's a marketing activity that is designed to increase the sales. Okay. So suppose if I'm giving some offers, if I'm giving some discount, there are some special offers for Diwali, there are some special offers for Christmas. So this will helps in my sales to get increased. So we have to do an effective sales promotion. So it is again a marketing activity which is used to increase the sale, encourages the customer loyalty, or to generate the brand awareness. The best example is Reliance Retail, where normally in the month of December during the Christmas, electronic accessories will be, they give you some special discounts, with zero EMI. There are many way of, attracting the customer or the attracting the audience. Next is your packaging. Now, when we talk about packaging, packaging is nothing but wrapping the material around a customer item, right? That serves to contain, identify, describes, product, protect actually, display, promotes, and otherwise makes the product marketable and keep it clean. So otherwise make the product marketable and keep it clean. It is also known as a process of designing, creating, packaging a product. It includes the material used, what kind of material you're using for packaging, what is the design you're designing, what are the printing, and the other operational environment. Next, we are going to talk about the direct response. So when we talk about direct response, it is a type of marketing which is designed to create an instant response, right? By encouraging the prospect to take a specific action. Okay. So it is used to create a lead quickly. That means if one customer is approaching to my product, I need to do that customer in a convertible lead. That is your direct response. Next, we talked about direct marketing. When we talk about direct marketing, it is a business of selling products or services directly to the public. Now, what will be the example? The example will be mail order or telephonic calls, or we can say telephonic selling rather than through a retailers. Okay. Next, it is a type of marketing that involves communication directly with the customers and potential customers in order to promote the services and the products. Okay, so we have customers and potential customer. Potential customer means that I'm 100% that will get converted into a lead. Next, it can be conducted in various ways, such as email, text messages, catalogs, phone calls, and direct mails. Next, we are going to talk about public relations. So when we talk about public relations, it is a subset of marketing. The first important thing is it's a substrate of marketing that usually focus on building relationships with the public, uh, in order to create a positive public image for a company or an organization. It is also have different disciplines areas such as corporate communication, internal communication, marketing communication, crisis communication. So these are the different areas. Next, we're going to talk about the special events. So a special event is nothing but it's a experimental marketing. Okay, so we go in some events, in some of the events we do some experience, right? So that is the reason special events are nothing but an experimental marketing of a brand or a service or a product through memorable experience or promotional event. So normally we say is like, "Arey, I went to some exhibition ads on this kind of brand. It was very effective. This was the discount." So some special events, we normally remember. Okay, we went to this event, we saw this discount, we saw this brand, right? Something like that. Next, it involves direct interaction with the brand's representative. See, mostly what happens, in most of the colleges, in most of the big institution, when you go now, they have some cultural events happening, and during that cultural event they make some sponsors. Now what are the sponsors? They have different brands, so the brand give the sponsorships to them, and most of the crowd, most of the audience comes to that special events, and with that particular event, they are able to do much more awareness about their product. That is the best way, that are known as special events. Okay, and it should not be confused with the event management, which is the process of organizing, promoting, and conducting the event. So it should be very much clear. See, most of the colleges, when you go, when they have some special events, most of the classes they display about their courses. The if you do these courses, you will get some placement, right? The same thing with the products and services also. If I tell you that if I'm been tied with any of the foreign university, so with these kinds of special, because what happens, in special events, most of the target audience comes. So I can understand, okay, these kinds of events, that means students will be coming. So I can, target them for some specific or some international certification wala course, right? So that plays a very important role. So special events plays a very important role for creating awareness about your product, creating a brand awareness, uh, making the content marketing very effective, very, in a very simple way, in a very systematic way. And see, we in marketing, we do have content marketing, we have email marketing, we have mobile marketing. There are different way of doing marketing. But what I believe is that in any of the marketing, the most important thing is your content, how your product information you're publicizing, how you're making your product information awareness to the customer in a very positive attitude is very important, right? So when these things happen, once the brand is created, it's become a very big achievement for any of the organization, because what happens is, once if you create a trust in between the customers, so whenever if you have launched one product, later on if you launch any other different product, people will have the same trust on that particular brand, right? So for creating that brand trust, the loyalty, the awareness, the trust and a positive image is very important, and that can be achieved with the help of different types of marketing. And obviously, we do have some advertisement, what we say, platforms. So with the help of different platform, also we can have a very effective marketing process. So for this, till this much only for next, we will be continuing more about how, what are the different way of doing marketing, and what are the effective way, and what are the different pros and cons of doing marketing, and how to target the correct audience, right? The correct target marketing people, or the area which you're looking for it, right? So these are the different things. So we'll be continuing next time. Um, Thank you so much.